Alright. Hi everyone. So I'm filming something that I didn't know I was gonna film, and I don't really have a planned script or anything. I'm just kind of sitting down and talking to you guys. Most of you, if not all of you, probably know what's been going on due to the coronavirus. All Disney parks all over the world have been closed, and Disney World, where I work, is the only place that wasn't closed, and they just closed about a week ago now. I don't even know what day it is. It was up in the air for a while about what was going to happen to the cast members, but the college program was terminated. A lot of you probably already know this. A lot of you probably were on the program. So this was an unexpected ending to my college program, as it was for everyone else. I didn't know that this was going to happen, obviously. I didn't expect that this virus would be so bad and would spread so much that they would have to literally stop the college program, but because of that, I am, as of now, not an employee of Disney. When I found out, I was at work. It was really, really hard to take. I don't want to be so negative, but I want to be honest also. I have not been in a very good state. So when I was told, that was kind of the start to this, and I had to go backstage. It was very difficult to work through that shift. All my coworkers and I just cried together, and I had to get an ER because I could not stay at work. I couldn't live through it. I just couldn't. I had to beg them for an ER. I was like, please send me home, which that was happening for a lot of people. A lot of people got ERs, so they went home right away. The time after that was even worse. The next day was the very last day that the parks were going to be open, so I actually had already been planning to go to Magic Kingdom because I knew that the parks were going to be closing, but I didn't know it was going to be my last time going there with my friends, most especially Brooke. If you guys have followed my channel, you know that Brooke is one of my closest friends on the program. Me and Kendall and Maria and Brooke got very close over the program, so she was the last one of my closest friends that I had to say goodbye to. And the thing is, I thought that I would have a month and a half more to spend with people. So it was basically just kind of hey, you're not gonna be a cast member anymore after this. You're not gonna see your friends anymore after this. They are all going home. That's the thing. A lot of my friends don't really plan on staying in Florida. So I've had to say goodbyes, and now it was just kind of a sudden, you literally have to say goodbye to everyone in 2 days. So the last day at Magic Kingdom was extremely tough. I would say that it was one of the hardest days that I've ever had to go through. All of the other cast members were being so nice about it. If I had to explain how I felt during that day, a big thing that I noticed was how compassionate all of the cast members were. We all wore these I'm celebrating buttons that everyone interpreted it differently, but we crossed out celebrating and wrote mourning, DCP ending. Some people said it as got fired. I guess they were trying to make humor out of it. All of the CPs were there that day, spending their last day in the parks, and walking past them, you just give them this look. You would just give each other this look. You didn't even have to say anything, and you just know, you know how they're feeling. Obviously everyone's feeling the same way. So aside from that, the other cast members, the full-time cast members, were being so nice to us. If there were certain guests who didn't know what the college program was, they know now, because this was on the news. This was being talked about all over the parks. And just the idea of Disney closing. Disney never closes, so seeing that is just something so heartbreaking, because Disney is a place where people go to vacation, to get away from reality, and to experience the magic. So the fact that that's being put on hold for a while is just so gut-wrenching. And then on top of that, knowing that all these people who started their college program now have to go home, and literally it's instantly ending. The cast members who were still working, they were crying as they were working, and that's what happened with me. That's why I had to ask to go home. I just couldn't do it. But the thing is, they were all crying. Everyone just knew, and it was so sad to look at. It was just a dark cloud was over Magic Kingdom. That's just how it felt. But anyway, flash forward to the end of the day. There was a video that went viral in Disneyland where the characters went up to where the train station was, and they all waved goodbye. And that's actually what happened in Disney World at the end of the night. And I didn't know that this was gonna happen. All of the characters come out, including Mickey. The new president of Disney World came out as well, and he was waving to everyone. And it was kind of just a way of them waving goodbye to everyone. It was not necessarily just for the CPs, but for everyone. For me, when I think about it, thinking about Disney World closing, a place that never closes. It's just insane to think about. Like, it's almost like you don't want to believe it's actually happening. And then seeing all these characters come out for a special thing like that to wave goodbye, like that never happens. One thing I always try to think about is like, I had an entire program and then this was my extension. So I try to think of the CPs that were there who had just started their CP and had to leave. I don't know if any of you are watching, but if you are, like, my heart goes out to you. I can only imagine how that would feel. That would kill me. Having to go all the way home. I don't know. I think I'm just rambling right now about how it makes me feel. You guys aren't my therapist or anything, but I figured I'd just like explain my experience with all this, like how I took it and how it was to me. This now leads me to update on what's going on with me. So as you guys know, at least I hope you saw it, I posted a community update last week saying that there was going to be no video. I was working on a video. It was the staycation that I did with Maria and Kendall and Brooke, which I think you definitely knew about that based on like my Instagram story and all that. That's the only video I have filmed right now because, you know, once everything was put to a stop, I didn't have time to film. There was nothing that I could have done at that point. So that's the only video that I was working on. With transitioning and getting that horrible news and everything, it was very difficult for me to sit down and work on that, especially when the video that is a time where we were having so much fun. And like, these are people that I had to say goodbye to. It was literally so hard to say goodbye to them. And also, I've been very busy with having to pack up and go. That leads me to what I was gonna say next, is I actually do have a place that I'm gonna be staying. I'm trying to remember if I mentioned it in my videos, but I actually had been planning on moving in with a family friend after my program was over until I found another place. And that's where I'm sitting right now, is my new room, temporary room. I have decorated a little bit, as you can probably see behind me. I'm so grateful that I have a place like this to be. I do have a lot of junk sitting around here because I'm still in the process of moving, but that is what I've been up to the past couple of days, is moving in. She has a dog, so do you want to say hi? This is Polly. Her hair is almost up right now. She's a Shih Tzu. If you saw her walking around the bed before, that's who it is. But anyway, I am in Winter Garden, so it's about 25 minutes from the parks. I don't think anyone's gonna know when they're reopening. There's not really any news on that. So in the meantime, it's just kind of, how do I explain it? It's just in a situation of not knowing and kind of taking one day at a time. And so in the meantime, because I don't have an idea exactly of when Disney is reopening, I'm looking for a temporary job that's gonna be nearby, that's walking distance, because I actually, yes, still don't have a car. However, I am working on getting one. I actually was at the car dealership with my mom today, and we were working on trying to find one that I can afford. Before I get into that, I'm just going to explain why my mom is here. She was supposed to be going on a cruise. It's a long story, but her job is like a private business, and if she reaches a certain like amount of sales, she goes on this cruise. Like, she gets sent on the cruise. She's able to earn it, I guess. That was canceled because of the virus. So that's why she's here. So instead, she came here to hang out with our family friend. Thank God she was here, because that's the only way I was able to move. Like, that's literally the only way I was able to move so suddenly from one place to another. So thanks, Mom. But also, in case you're wondering, that's how I was able to do it. So anyway, back to the car. I did look at cars, obviously still looking, comparing my options and everything, but this job that I'm gonna get is what's gonna help me. I did get paid for the time that I would have been working still on the college program. So that's what they did. They paid all of the college program participants the money that they would have made in the next 2 weeks, I believe. And with driving, I'll be very honest with you, I haven't driven in a while. I was in school in college for 4 years and didn't have a car, so there was no experience there. And then when I came down here, I still didn't have one, so I just used the buses, as you guys know. So because of all that, I am not the most comfortable with driving. I've driven on my own before. I have my license. I've had my license for a while. I kind of have a little fear of driving. Again, I'm not incapable of it. I literally can do it, but I get anxiety with certain areas in life, and driving is one of them. So it's great that I'm gonna finally have a car, but I am gonna have to get used to it. And also, just the whole idea of change gives me anxiety. I have never been good with change. So having something like this, where it's a sudden change and all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're moving, you're doing this, you're saying goodbye to all these people, like it's done, it's over, your college program is over, that is taking its toll on me. There's just a lot, and this video is all over the place, and I hope that I explained it, you know, well enough, but I just wanted to come on here and explain what's going on with me. So there are a lot of thoughts going through my head. This past week has been so emotionally draining. So I'm gonna be uploading this obviously first, and the video with, you know, the staycation that I was talking about, that's going to come up. I don't know if that's going to be the next video or not. Either way, it's going to get uploaded, and I do still have my giveaway to do, so that's going to be coming up soon. In the meantime, the videos that I'm going to be posting probably can be Disney related, but they're not going to be vlogs, obviously. I am going to keep making videos though, so no need to worry about that. But until then, we're just going to have to improvise. But I really hope that in the meantime, you guys like the video ideas that I come up with. A lot of them are probably going to be at home because, again, don't have a car right now. I will soon. But a lot of my friends went home. I still have a couple of friends that are down here, so I'll be hanging out with them, but it's just not going to be the same situation where we can just, you know, get up and go to the park, get up and go somewhere for a video. It's going to get better, I know it is. It's just going to be a temporary thing. So I just wanted to, I guess, kind of update you guys on that. As for jobs with Disney, I am still pursuing full-time with Disney. There are many mixed messages I'm getting, whether they're rumors or things that were actually announced, but I will say the only things that I've heard, which again could be rumors, do not quote me on anything, disclaimer, do not quote me on any of this. I've heard that it's possible that they'll let us come back and continue the rest of our program. I've heard that the whole Transfer Genie situation that I explained to you guys, because we're not technically cast members anymore, we wouldn't be able to do that, but I've heard that that might be possible again. Then there's also obviously the whole situation of applying to jobs like actually on the Disney Careers website. That's what I'm working on right now. I looked there and there is not a lot on there right now. Obviously they're not working right now and they're probably on a hiring freeze, but I went in to try to see if there was anything I could apply for so that I'd be kind of like first in line when they come back and look through applications. Didn't get a lot of luck with that, which is fine. Again, I'm not, you know, expecting that that's gonna be available right away. So that's, again, why I'm trying to find a temporary job in the meantime. But I did wanna say where I stand with Disney is, yes, I am working on getting full-time, which is why I'm here. So that's my plan for now. I'm going to keep my eye out for Disney jobs. That's the ultimate goal. I'm looking for it. I'll have to see what happens. I'm just gonna keep looking and keep checking. I think that I've said everything that I wanted to say. Hopefully I gave you enough updates. If not, you know, comment below if you have any other questions. I'm happy to answer whatever. But this is where I am right now. This is what I'm doing. I do want to thank you guys for the support. A lot of you reached out to me when I first found this news out, and a lot of you found it out before I did probably. And then, you know, all the comments that I've gotten on the community posts that I put up and just reaching out to me through Instagram, whatever it is that you said, I read all of them and I'm still in the process of responding to them. So if, you know, you haven't gotten an answer, trust me, you will. But I just wanted to say thank you on here because it means more than you could ever know. I really just did not expect that this would happen, and it's been such a hard time for me. I just wanted to thank you guys for your constant support, for your constant like understanding of all this. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say, but in the meantime, I'm just gonna, you know, try to keep my head up, watch a lot of Disney Plus so that I don't get discouraged. Thank you guys for following me along my DCP journey. I hope that you've enjoyed all of the DCP vlogs, and sorry that this had to come to such an abrupt end. Thank you for listening to this and watching. I hope it clarified stuff for you, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.